One of these days, Musa Khawula will break a story about Cyril Ramaphosa. This is a different kind of journalism. If Musa Khawula had not abandoned bail, these people were going to kill him. And even another tweet saying, protect Musa Khawula at all costs. Because it seems like people in powerful positions in South Africa tried to silence Musa Khawula only for it to backfire brutally. But you're probably asking yourself, what exactly has been going on regarding Musa Khawula in these last few days? Because it's been bombshell after bombshell. And why exactly is his name trending all over social media, on Twitter, on YouTube, and much more?
There may be more to the January 2025 arrest of controversial social media personality Musa Khawula than initially revealed. This is according to Witness F, a member of the Gauteng Organized Crime Unit who continued his testimony before the Madlanga inquiry on Wednesday, painting a picture of what led to Khawula's arrest. Evidence leader Matthew Chaskelson detailed how Witness F had in September 2024 received a message from the head of organized crime, Richard Shibiri. Shibiri's message communicated alleged cartel boss Vusumuzi Matlala's unhappiness with a post by Khawula making numerous allegations against him and his wife.
You see, the truth of why Musa Khawula is currently trending is actually due to an explosive testimony on the 4th to 5th of February that has pretty much everybody in South Africa shocked. You see, the Madlanga Commission would hear evidence from this so-called Witness F, who is a member of the Gauteng Organized Crime Unit. And he would allege something very interesting, and that's the fact that there was a lot of political pressure that was applied to secure Musa Khawula's arrest in January 2025. But why exactly are these powerful people interested in getting Musa Khawula arrested? Well, if we're going to be honest, there's quite a number of reasons why these powerful people want Musa Khawula arrested. One of them being Wuti, the Deputy Police Minister, Castle Matale, would allegedly pressure the suspended Deputy National Police Commissioner, Shadrack Sibiya, to urgently arrest Khawula after the blogger posted defamatory and insulting content on Twitter about the ANC Secretary General Fikile Mbalula and businessman Uzima.
A few months later after this, the commission heard suspended Deputy National Police Commissioner Shadrack Sibiya, who is alleged to have been a close associate of Matlala, instructed Witness F to arrest Khawula.
But he mentioned me that he's getting a pressure from the high office. High office, the office of the deputy minister is getting a pressure from there.
And obviously the first thing that struck people off guard is the fact that what does Zingumalo have to do with any of these dealings? And it seems like Shame she would also poke fun at the situation, tweeting, "Hey, Nkosi yami gaining 2,700 likes." But this is not the Zingumalo that was mentioned in Musa Khawula's tweet. That Zingumalo would actually be a man who goes by the same name, who is actually one of Julius Malema's friend. However, this would only be the first piece of the puzzle, because it gets worse than that. Because WhatsApp exchanges shown to the commission revealed that Witness F shared Khawula's arrest warrant with the alleged underworld figure Vusumuzi Matlala, who is of course a central figure in the commission's probes. And actually one of the commissioners would call this move highly irregular, and it would raise red flags about some type of possible collusion or leak.
Beyond the suggestions that Khawula's arrest may have been because of his social media posts about Matlala, the commission also heard how the alleged cartel boss also had influence among senior SAPS officials.
Mr. Matlala will tell me that I'm coming to head office, but I'm not coming to Stogo. Stogo, referring to General Sibiya, I'm coming to the National Commissioner, that is now General Fandima Semula, or I'm coming to General Shibiri, or I'm coming to General Fani.
Witness F also claimed that Sibiya and Matlala's relationship blossomed from an initial meeting that happened in December 2023. He claimed that at this initial meeting, Matlala visited the police head office to complain about challenges with his 360 million rand SAPS Health Services contract.
But this witness F would go deeper because he would testify that Usibia instructed him to act quickly on the arrest, claiming that he was under direct pressure from Umatale's office. And these were all the pieces that were needed to go after Musa Khawula, because the arrest would involve significant SAPS resources described as a show of force, despite Khawula not even posing an immediate physical threat. And Musa Khawula was charged with violating the Cyber Crimes Act with his quote-unquote malicious communications, as well as hate speech related to the post between the 10th to the 12th of October 2024. But quite surprisingly, something interesting would happen, because he was denied bail multiple times and he would spend time in custody before his eventual release. And it was at this point that people had had enough of the blatant corruption, because one post would even say Musa Khawula must find himself a very good lawyer and sue the state millions of rands for his wrongful arrest and disappear on the face of the earth until all these criminals are arrested and dealt with. His arrest was clearly illegal and unlawful, gaining 3.3 thousand likes. Musa Khawula exposed Fikile Mbalula, he exposed Terry Peto, he exposed Vusimuzi Kadmatala, he exposed Ukhulelo Mhlengwa, he even exposed Kenny Kunene, and he also exposed Unomagugu Simelane. It's obviously clear that he has been arrested to silence him and for exposing corrupt politicians. Free Musa Khawula now, gaining 8.6 thousand likes. And it's obviously clear that many people came to the conclusion of why this Musa Khawula situation is so serious, especially in South Africa, because the testimonies do expose the alleged abuse of police power to silence people who are willing to speak out on matters not a lot of people are willing to share their voice on. And many people obviously see this as proof of a two-tiered justice system, because there's swift action against critics of politicians while serious crimes allegedly go unaddressed. If my go-to Musa Khawula sues the state for wrongful arrest is equal to 80,000 rand a day, and he's been arrested for 6 months. 6 months is 183 days. 183 days times 80,000, he's getting 14.6 million rand, gaining a staggering 11,000 likes. Hit like if you agree Musa Khawula should be called to the Madlanga Commission, gaining 863 likes. It's clear that people are not willing to let this injustice go, and they're posting all over social media showing their support for Musa Khawula, who is obviously brave in the face of danger. And many people are saying, good, look, hands off of Musa Khawula, because if you can't arrest these alleged criminals with so much vigor, then Musa Khawula should be the least of your worries. But let me know what you guys think about this entire Musa Khawula situation. Do you think that there's some sort of conspiracy theory going on regarding his arrest, and whether or not top political figures in South Africa are advocating and pushing to silence his voice?